And we are basking in the sunshine of the Ojai Valley. Take a look at this gorgeous live cam view. Closer to the coastline, a little bit of haze in Santa Barbara, but still some very pleasant conditions. Light winds coming out of the south and southeast out towards Stearns Wharf. Now closer to the foothills tonight, there will be some sundowner winds. Tonight's event mostly on the light side, gust maybe 30 to 35 across those ridge tops, and tomorrow night pretty similar to that as well. Today in Santa Barbara, as the numbers go, 77 degrees. We did see a little bit of cloud cover this morning, but it burned off by 9 o'clock at the latest, and therefore temperatures were allowed to warm to above average yet again for this time of the year. Tonight we're seeing mostly clear but hazy conditions in Santa Barbara and out towards Oxnard and Ventura. The clouds and fog have been making a slow eastward progression out towards Lompoc and Vandenberg. Should start to see that overcast also move inland towards Santa Maria and the San Ynez Valley as we head towards the late night hours tonight. Fog tracker by 7:30 in the morning. We expect to see areas of fog again, much like what we saw today across the central coast and throughout the Oxnard Plain. And I think some of this from the south will make an appearance into portions of the south coast, much like what we saw today. The good news here is we put it back into motion. We'll lose that fog by mid to late morning and reveal sunshine for the rest of your afternoon. Tomorrow, day number 5 of the AIDS Life Cycle Ride. The riders go from Santa Maria to Lompoc tomorrow. Overcast from between 6 to 8 a.m. Temperatures in the 50s as they head out the door and out of the starting gate. By 10 a.m. temperatures into the low 60s with that sunshine beginning to come out from behind the clouds. Right now, Santa Maria 64 degrees, 61 in Lompoc. Down the coast, 77 in Gaviota, 70 in Goleta, and 75 in Santa Barbara. There are some breezy conditions, but nothing really noteworthy. And I think overall the winds aren't going to be too action-packed until we head towards Friday. That's when we'll see an increase in the wind. So for tomorrow, again, mild conditions with low pressure offshore, the heat staying well to our east. Then this low is going to move inland by Friday. It's going to cool down temperatures by a couple of degrees. It's going to increase the extent of that marine layer and bring in some gusty winds. And then as the low moves eastward by the weekend, high pressure builds in from the east, and that allows for that marine layer to thin out. So less in the way of clouds and fog, except by the beaches. Can't completely clear it from some of those locations, and some warmer temperatures as well. Let's get to your forecast. We're going to start you out in Santa Barbara tomorrow, expecting a high right around 78 degrees, so fairly similar to what we saw today. 78 again on Friday with the gustier winds in the forecast during that time, and then some 80s beginning on Saturday. So we bounce to well above average by the weekend. San Luis Obispo also going to see some warmer numbers by the weekend with highs into the lower 80s. San Ynez Valley looks good here as well. Some morning fog and breezy conditions the next couple of days, and then some more sunshine as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. High of 90 by Sunday. Last check, we'll check in here in Paso Robles and take a look at the difference between these coastal areas and the valleys with the warm up here. We are talking about temperatures up near 100 degrees as we close out the weekend. That's a look at your weather forecast. More news continues after this.